Hey guys, Bailey here. I've recently been rereading and going over some journals and notes, and I've been reminded truly how faithful God is to his promises. It's hard to be patient and not get ahead of God and his timing. It's hard to remember that it's God's timing, and his timing is always perfect. It's not about when and if. I've often drove myself crazy asking God, when, or if. And as I've continued to walk further with Jesus, I've found comfort in the waiting and even peace in the silence. A lesson I had to learn very early on was if I was going to be really committed and serious to who Jesus wanted me to be, I couldn't base what I was going to do in the future off of what I used to do in the past. And more importantly, I couldn't look at the things that I walked away from with sadness. I had to do it with joy. And I had to switch my mindset to thanking God and being grateful for him eliminating things and showing me more and more of who he's created me to be. 2 Peter 2:19, they promise them freedom while they themselves are slaves to their own destructive habits, for we are slaves of anything that conquers us. I have to strip away my pride daily and let go of control and have enough faith to trust that his plan is going to be way better than anything I could ever have imagined for myself. And I can see this to be true over and over again. And not only my story, but in so many others. I've learned that God will speak to us, and no two people in the same way. We all have our own palatable form of communication with Jesus and God, that when he speaks to us, there's no escaping it. We learn in Ephesians 5:13 through 14, for light is capable of showing up everything for what it really is. And it also goes on to say that it's even possible for that light to turn the thing it shines upon into light itself. And I find so much hope in that he's going to show us exactly where we need him. And it's even sweeter that we have the opportunity to be that light as well. Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. So I take this as a call to listen with an open heart and to respond in a way that already signifies and shows what God's already done in my life and will continue to do. And Jesus said, I'm the light, and I truly believe it. We're all called to something because we've been created for a purpose, for this time, for this life, for this moment. What is God trying to say to you right now? Is he telling you to step out of the darkness and into the light? Are you being called to be a light on a hilltop for all to see? Or is there a gentle nudge leading you to be the light for somebody who needs a little bit of extra in their life right now? No matter where I found myself in my journey, I never found myself to be alone. God always sent me the right person at the right time. Most of the time, God did this in very obvious, undeniable ways. And I think that that's because I'm stubborn and he takes those things into consideration. And he sent me people that provided for needs that no one knew about, and to show me love and grace and mercy and hold me accountable, all in brand new ways. And I got to watch that accountability turn into unbreakable trust and security. We circle back to the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 25. Stop lying to each other. Tell the truth, for we are parts of each other, and when we lie to each other, we are hurting ourselves. I found someone I could be truly ugly honest with, and I let it out like I'd never done before. I shared the truth, the struggle, and the pain of where I was at in my journey. And she met me with unconditional love and grace. And I honestly don't know what I would have done without this woman. And I realized that more so when I began to slip. I began to fall into my flesh more and more and make excuses and blame life for getting in between the two of us. I was no longer being honest with myself, her, or God. After distancing myself from her and others for a few months, God ultimately cultivated a space that only He could have done, and it allowed for the two of us, the three of us, to reconnect and to realign with the Word. And after that conversation with her, there came a series of more important conversations with Him. He doesn't want us to live in a place of guilt or shame. He's truly delivered us from that, and He doesn't promise us a life of fear, but of peace. That conversation brought me back to these journals and to this moment right now. Thanks for watching, and I hope the Holy Spirit gives you something to chew on throughout the week. For any prayer requests, or if you just need somebody to stand in agreement with you, drop us a line at soul.food.devotion@gmail.com. And don't forget, God is working while we're waiting. And you have a purpose, and that every day is a new adventure on His path to that promise.